Littleworkroomcrafts. My name is Davina and I live in the South East Coast of the UK. Today is the 1st of April 2024. My birthday month. I know. You'd think I'd be over that by now at my age, but no, we're allowed. Right then, okay, and this is episode number 178. Anywhere you can find me will be down in the description box, and I've just remembered something, so I'm going to pause you. Back. Right, I'll say that bit again. Anywhere you can find me will be down in the description box, and anything I mentioned today will also be down in the description box. Okay then, right. It's a beautiful sunny day, bank holiday here in the UK because it's Easter Monday. Glenn is at work. He's been at work since 5 this morning. I know, poor thing. I don't know. But him and Elmo had time this morning before he went off to work. So I got a lie in till 7:15. Yay! He's asleep on the bed at the moment, but in for a while, because after I've done this and while this is uploading, I am going to be clean sheeting the bed, because I think April, I need my sheep on my bed. So I normally clean sheet the bed on a Sunday, but it just didn't feel right doing it yesterday on Easter Sunday, so I'm doing it today. But as I say, it's beautiful sunshine, but I've got to draw one of the curtains because it's just a glare coming in and got the light on. Can't win, can you? I don't know. There is tons to show you. I have finishes. I have new starts. There is so much going on here in Little Workroom, which I'm so excited about. Also, if you remember a little while ago, a few weeks ago, on a serious note, I did say to you there was a lot going on in the background here in the Little Workroom and in our personal lives. Well, my gosh, prayers were answered, and what it was I ain't going to give away who it was or what it was, but there was a cancer scare with a very close family member. And they had blood tests, they had an MRI, and on, not obviously last Friday, because it was Good Friday, the Friday before, went to see a specialist, and they got, no, it's not cancer. So, the prayers were answered, so life will be back to normal now. All the worrying has gone out of the world. Well, no, not really, I shouldn't have said it that way, should I? The worrying has gone out of our little world. That sounds better, doesn't it? So yeah, good news there. So on Saturday, Lou, our hairdresser, came round, and do you know what? I've always had that kink in my fringe, and it drives me mad, and I can't get rid of it at all. As you can see, I am fully back to my natural now. All the highlights have disappeared. So yes, this is completely me with the grey, but I don't care. I am living it, you know, what's it called? Embracing it. That's the word. I don't know why I tried the highlights, because I didn't really like them anyway. But, you know, we've got to try these things, don't we? Anyway, has anything else been happening? We've had a quiet Easter, as I said, because Glenn's been working for most of it. We did have a little egg yesterday, just to, you know, because we did. I was in the shower earlier on, and I thought to myself, right then, Veen, no more chocolate now. You've got to be a good girl. No more chocolate now till Christmas. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got some white chocolate digestives in the cupboard. So that didn't last long. The thought was there, then 10 seconds later I remembered that I had some white chocolate, because I love white chocolate. I just love it. I shouldn't eat it, I know, but I just love it. After them, I might try no chocolate till Easter. Till Easter. Where's gone? Till Christmas. Right then, okay. I don't think there's much else that's been going on. We went out for a little walk, actually, last weekend, I think it was. There's a little hidey place in this town that not many people know about. And it's a beautiful walk. I went on it with some friends a few years ago. Glenn had never been to it, and he'd never, you know, he was so surprised. He said, wow, this is just a little hidey hole in it. I said, it's beautiful. And on the walk round, we see 3 wild rabbits. And it's funny, actually, I said to Glenn, I said, you know, they're complete camouflage until they hop and you see the little white tail and it catches your eye, the little white tail. But oh, they were adorable, they really were. And hopping around in the fields with the horses. I'm not a horsey person, I will say. I've never ever been a horsey person. I said to Glenn, I wouldn't it be nice if one of the fields had a sheep in it? Really would. But they didn't. But there you go. But yeah, it is lovely, so we'll definitely be doing that again. And then because it was really muddy, because that week we'd had a lot of rain, so I couldn't really get my phone out or anything. So hopefully next time we go, I'll get my phone out and I'll take you with us. I think that's about it really in our little bubble here. Yeah, Elmy's fine. Yeah, he's always fine, that boy. He definitely lives in his own little bubble, that boy. Oh, he does make me laugh. He really does. So he got me up at 7:15 and we had our breakfasts, and then he decided that he has his funny 5 minutes like he does every morning. So we play with balls, he's ping pong balls and stuff. And I've never known it, right? Because obviously we've always had girls. And when he gets excited or wound up or, you know, normally they puff up, don't they? He just puffs his tail. Nothing else of the rest of the body. It stays completely flat, and he has like a basil brush on the end of his tail. It's really weird. So he was doing that this morning, and he arches his back just like a witch's cat. It's so funny, it really is. Oh my gosh. Oh well, then I think that's it. Oh no, that was it. Another thing I did mention it on Wednesday's video, but for my birthday, Glenn has brought me the new Alice Caroline quilt book, which is called Alice's Wonderland. It's got 100 quilt blocks in it, but it came on Saturday and he's put it away. I know it's good, you know, I was going to have to buy something else, but I haven't even had a look at it. He hasn't even opened it. So, oh, you quilters out there will understand 100%. I know that the new Alice Caroline book is in that bedroom somewhere. He's hid it in our room, and I haven't even been able to touch it, let alone have a look at it. So I keep thinking my birthday's in a couple of weeks, so I ain't got long now, especially now I've hit April. So when you actually buy the book, you get an email with confirmation, and then you get a link that you can press onto for the Alice Wonderland Facebook group. And in there, there is a link as well to print off all the templates for the blocks. So see, I'm all prepared, I'm all ready. And the lovely Liberties that the lovely Emma from the Vintage Sewing Box sent me is going in the quilt as well. And what I've thought of doing is, because I have ordered, which I'm still waiting on coming, some of the, because they do the obviously the Liberty, the lawn, what word am I looking for? Liberty lawn, don't they? Lana lawn, that's it. Which is quite expensive. Or they also do Liberty 100% cotton poplin. So anybody would know, because obviously, you know, they do their quilters cotton, which is a heavier cotton, but obviously the Liberty lawn is a lighter weight. It is a lighter weight. To be honest with you, it feels like a poplin, but it is a lawn. And I said to Glenn, I have never ever made a Liberty quilt, never, and this is just gonna be the opportunity. So as I say, I've got these three, and then I looked on their website, and they had like scrap packets, and they either had them in the cotton poplin, or they had them in the lawn, the Liberty lawn. And yeah, and I thought to myself, well, no, what I'll do is I've ordered a packet and hasn't arrived yet of the cotton poplin, because it's about the same weight in my opinion. And then for my background, I am going to use the Rose and Hubble plain cotton poplin, and you know, still all going to be 100% cotton. It's just going to be a lighter weight. And I thought that would be absolutely fine. So, and then I'll just collect everything as I go along. So I don't even know the size of the blocks because I haven't been allowed to look at my book. I might say to him, can he have a look, just see how much they in the requirements on how much I need for the background, so I can order in the plain background fabric, at least then on my birthday, because I've got, as I say, all my templates thingied off. And then what I could do is at least start a block if I know. So I think I'll say to him, can you just open it and just see what the requirements are for the background, so I know I can order it all in one go. Looking at that, there is some English paper piecing, so that will need small pieces. There is also what they've called, what's it called? Because I can't show you these, it's paid for. That's the templates for that. Where is it? Here, they've called it raw edge applique. Not my cup of tea. So I'm going to be doing it as a bonded applique. I will be showing that, and then I will be using one thread of, I don't actually know what kind of thread I'll be using, but I'll be using one thread of a DMC or something like that, because it's a very fine fabric to blanket stitch around it. But so I know that there is a butterfly. Now the butterfly is quite a large, and it's bigger than my scrap. So what I thought I would do, I'm going to give it a go, is do it as a just a little piece of crazy patchwork of all the different Liberty bits I've got, what I have left over. Then I'll cut it out and then applique that on, so it's something different again. So it won't be like a solid Liberty, it'll be like all different crazy patchwork, and there's going to be a couple of that. There's a cat, because you know what that's going to be, don't you? That's going to be my elbow. But yeah, so I am going to have a word with Glenn and go, Glenn, can you just see for me, please, how much I needed the background? So then because my birthday's on a Saturday, and he has booked it off work. He's going to be off all day. Yes. And yeah, so I will be able to start my quilt, which I'm so looking forward to. I really am, because it's mainly going to be hand pieced anyway. So yeah, I know I've got this one on the go, but this one I do pick up, and do bits. But that, because every block is different, and yeah, and I'll just collect little bits of fabric as I go along. So if anybody is out there and thinking, oh, you know me, I try and find things the most cost-effective way as I possibly can, because this is like it's not just a hobby, is it? It's more to us. But some of us just can't stretch to all the hundreds of pounds, because it is to buy the kit for the book is a few £100, and I just can't justify that. So, and I thought, well, yeah, this the poplin, it's still Liberty prints, so I'll just collect that as I go along. I wish I was going to the Festival of Quilts. I love it up there at Birmingham, I really do. I haven't been for a few years. When I was in the shop, I used to organise a coach and take it up. But even Glenn said, is there anybody around here that is doing it? And I said, no, there isn't. I would definitely go up for the day. I just love it, absolutely love it. And I know that normally Alice Caroline is normally there, and they normally have a big pile of bits, because Emma and Rachel. Oh, Rachel is from, I brought her on here. I've watched her for a while. Hi, Rachel. She's actually doing little houses, and they normally go to the Alice Caroline because they have like pound scraps, and I would get about £20 worth of those, and so they could all go in the quilt. But hey ho, I can't get there, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I can't. So yeah, but I'll just keep on collecting, because on their website they don't have them, unfortunately. Otherwise I would buy some, but they don't have them. I have looked. Perhaps I could phone them up. I never thought of that. I could phone them up and ask them. Anyway, right then, so that's enough about that. We'll be here 15 minutes already, look. So I knew this was going to be a long one, because last week it was at the garden centre. We did have 3 people missing. We had the lovely Mishka. We had the lovely Raylene, who was back over in New Zealand. She's having a lot of fun. And we did have the lovely Mary missing. So hi to all three of you. There will be a date up in our little chat group soon. I'm hoping to organise something. I'll put a couple of dates up and then we'll pick another day for this week. No, this month even. Right then, okay, so I think we better go into the crafting because, as I say, I have a lot to talk about. First of all, we will, because this is what I got at the I got at the Ali Pally last year, if you remember. I went over to Cool Crafting and I brought the kit for the Lunar Lapin Marmalade. What she's called, or there's like a boy or a girl version in a grey, and so I brought that specifically, didn't I? And a little bit of pink for his nozzle. I was actually so impressed with this kit, I will say, because I already had the pattern pieces in my book. I just needed the fabric, but I say I needed the fabric. I needed the fabric bits. I needed the obviously all the accessories to make him, and everything coming, even the spags of stuffing, which I still got some left. It's somewhere here. And the whole thing was £15.50. I did have to buy the bit of pink different, but it did come with the black. That's just that I wanted my Elmo to have an Elmo's nose. Anyway, over the weekend, because I have had this weekend off, I finished him. Look. I just think he's so cool. And his little feet, look at his little ears. Perfect colour the lady chose, didn't she? Couldn't have chose a better colour, purple. But honestly, I love him. His little tail. But the different thing is in the pattern they've got, and it comes with them, it covered buttons, and you put them through and put elastic through, because he's not a toy, he's not going to be played with. So I've just attached his leg with a couple of buttons that I had in my button jar. So he's sitting up downstairs. I'll pop a photograph here of him where he sits downstairs, and then Glenn showed him and he wasn't too sure at first. I said, Elmo, meet Elmo. But oh my gosh, I just love him. I am so pleased. If you notice, I did pick the white because I just left it for a while, and then I picked it up and looked at it and I thought, yeah, I think that's the best thing sometimes. If you leave something, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? You leave something for a while. But yes, oh, I am so impressed with him. So, oh no, he can't sit there. He will sit there. Because I've got something else in there. Right then, so as I say, this was from the Lunar Lapin Friends book, and I was actually impressed with the instructions. As I say, I've got some of the felt left over, and it's all wool felt, so I keep that in my stash now, because that'll be ideal for, you know, pages in a needle book or something like that. But no, I'm impressed with him. I do like. I said to Glenn, was it over the weekend? I said, I don't know whether to make him some clothes or leave him as he is, because that is what Elmo is, isn't he? I just think he's a lot bigger than I thought. Look at he's that tall. I didn't quite expect him to be this big, but I don't mind. But yeah, it was fun. It's all hand sewn, apart from the actual parts here and here and along here of the face, and that is it. Everything else is all hand sewn basically, so it's just little oversews. But no, chuffed with him. So Elmy's finished. Also, talking about Elmo, as you know, it's his birthday in June, and I have been crocheting him a blanket, a new blanket for the bed. Well, I got it finished, and I've used the Yarnsmith yarn from Wool Warehouse, and here is his blanket. I did in the end put the crab stitch around, because you know how much I love that as a finish. And let's go back. This is his blanket. So, yep, I have actually been a good girl, and I have kept it away from him. He's on his other blanket at the moment. So his Emma blanket will definitely stay. It definitely will stay on there. But the habitation throw will be taken away. So then you'll have this one and you'll have his Emma blanket, what we call his Emma blanket. Oh, I've got an end there. I better sew that. Oh no, it's sewn in. I haven't snipped it off. I'll do that. But yeah, I am actually really, really impressed with the way this turned out. And I hope he likes it on his birthday. So that was another finish. While we're on the finishes, we might as well stick with it. I finished one of my cross stitches. It isn't fully finished. It is finished. Now, I've mentioned before, my dear friend Teresa, hello darling, she got me last year for my birthday a Heart Remembers pattern book by Blackbird Designs, and this one, as soon as I actually had a good flick through, just stuck out to me. It is the, and I always do this, I have to find the page. It's here somewhere. I must have missed it. Oh, there it is. So no, it's not. There it is. Got there eventually. So this is the actual thing in the book, like so, and they actually used it's called General Arts Aged Pewter for the thread, because you only used the one thread, but I used the new is it in here? It should be in here. I keep everything together normally. Yes, I used Weeks Dye Works. It's a new shade, which is Mountain Mist, and I absolutely loved using this. I got that from Patchwork Rabbit. I also got the Ada from Patchwork Rabbit, which is a fibre on a whim. And it is called, it's a 16 count Ada called Wheat, because I've got a little bit left over. So I'll be doing something else. Right then, let's actually show you. It hasn't been ironed because, as I say, I've just finished. But, oh my gosh. That Mountain Mist on that Wheat Ada. And with it being 16 count, it's so neat and tidy. I did use 2 strands. But oh my gosh, I absolutely loved doing this. I really did. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know. So I'll think. I don't know if I want to do it in the cushion or not. I don't know. I will think of something and then I will show you as it's all completely finished. So I am so chuffed that one's done, and now I can work on my other autumn one that I've got started downstairs. So yeah, well chuffed with that. Right then, okay, now we're going into the new starts, and I actually have 1, 2, 3 new starts when it comes to yarn. Wow. Yeah, I do too. Right, okay, so I have actually started a pair of socks for Glenn. He doesn't know, but as you know, I can sit there and knit a pair of socks in front of him, and he doesn't even no, he doesn't even notice. Even when I give it to him, he doesn't notice that I've done I know, bless him. I know, what can you say? Anyway, I did start knitting him a pair in another yarn, but it was very fibrous again, and I had to stop because it was affecting my breathing. So I came up here yesterday and I went through my stash, and I got this one. I'm sure I did. I got this one for Christmas last year, and this is a Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Designs. Unfortunately, do not, longer dye anymore, and it's called Grabbing Off the End of the Key. Right, okay. And it's a Deluxe High Twist Merino sock yarn is an 80/20. Okay, so I started yesterday, as I said, and I have got this beautiful colour. It really is a beautiful colour. So I've got this cuff done and I'm starting on the leg. And because as you know, I do 2 cuffs, 2 legs, 2 blah, 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 blah. And I've already got the other cuff done as well. So I did the 2 cuffs and now I start down on the legs. So, yeah. And then I've got my little, I've got my donkeys on there because Glenn loves donkeys and he also loves frogs. So I got them, and I got them in my little... my sheep. There's a bit of a mishmash one, this one. In my sheep yarn cozies. Oh, dear me. I don't know. But it's a good old vanilla sock. You always have to have a vanilla sock on the go, don't you? Also, when we'll stick with socks at the moment, there is a progress on my... Oh, actually, have I got my label? Oh, well, I should have my label. Oh, there it is. For Christmas from my dear friend Audrey. Hello, sweetheart. I got Rosie's Moments and it's called Christmas Eve as a Christmas present. And I am, because it's such a beautiful, beautiful yarn, I am doing another pair of slouchy socks. So I am still on the first one, but as I say, there's no rush. Now we're going to spring, aren't we? So this is where I was last time. I was there, and then from there up I have done since you've last seen the sock. So I haven't actually got a lot more to do. I'm thinking I'm sure what I did last time is I got to about what I thought I measured, weighed even, 5 grams, and then with the 5 grams I did the cuff, and yeah, so yep, so I've done quite a bit, and that is coming up, because my other ones I did were actually just a normal plain knit, where these are obviously ribbed. They're 2x2. So I love it. This Mishka brought me when we were at the EYF. Because there's little Elmo, look. Little Elmo. But yeah, oh, I absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. So it is a lovely, yet again, a brilliant little project just to pick up and... you know, when you want something mindless. Right then, okay. Now we've got another new cast on. Now, if you remember, for Christmas last year, my dear friend Jane, she sent me an advent calendar, and I was going to be doing the Radvent. Well, how do I put this? It's a brilliant, you know, I read through the pattern and it makes sense and everything to me, obviously, but I could not get grips. I did not like the feel of the fabric. I just didn't like it. With the size of the needles, and which I needed to get, what's it called? Tension. Yeah. Why don't that feel right? Anyway, yeah, and I just did not like the look of the, or the look or the feel of the fabric. And I thought, well, I put it away, and I thought, well, I ain't, you know, if I don't like the look or the feel of it, I ain't going to wear it. So what is the point of putting all that time into it? And it's just not going to, you know, it's just going to sit in the cupboard. So I thought to myself, right, I'm going to do something a bit different with this advent. And, oh, yeah, I've done, because the year before with Jane's advent, I made the... oh, what's it called? That big circular blanket, didn't I? It's here. I knitted that, where I thought, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crochet something this time. I'm going to crochet a blanket. And I'm doing the solid granny. And this is how far I've got so far. I am actually using a 3mm hook. And I have balled up all the 24. So, and I reckon I'll probably get definitely 2, maybe 3 squares out of a ball, and it's just going to be a long-term project, and I am just loving it. So I am joining. I make a whole square, and then I put right sides to right side, and then just go through all the loops and just there you go. It should have, I've got to sew in my ends. And I just double crochet, single crochet elsewhere, them all together. And it's lovely. I am absolutely loving it. So yeah, so that is another thing I've started. That's what I actually took to the garden centre, was that one. I didn't think that there was something else. Of course this is here. Oh my gosh, this is the only clock in the house again that ain't been changed since yesterday. So I've got to add an hour. Oh, hang on, look at my watch, Vina. Yeah, it's nearly 10 to 10 in the morning. Right. Anyway, oh dear me. If you remember last year when I went to EYF, I brought the Crochet Sinister cardigan by Diana Benstead, yeah, at the Crochet Chain. I have knitted the catigain, and this is like the crochet version. And you know, yet again, in here they have suggested it's a 4-ply, but they have suggested a wool-based superwash, you know, blah blah blah, an indie dyed, which I've got nothing against, you guys, please don't think so. I know I've got, you know, I'll use it, you know, for other projects, but when it comes to a big project like this, I just can't stretch to that. So, and I kept putting it off and putting it off, and I said to Glenn, you know, I can't see why I can't do this in an acrylic. I just can't. I'm going to give it a go. You know, if it doesn't work, I haven't lost anything, have I, really, in a way? You know what I mean? I'd rather lose, like, you know, £15 than 200 and odd, you know. That's the way I look at it. Well, anyway, I chose Stylecraft Special for some. Let's get the yarn out so I can show you. I've got that one, and this one is for the outline of the cats. Right, okay. So the main body is done in the Stylecraft Special 4-ply in colour teal, and the yoke and the yoke is done in the duck egg, and the cats are going to be done in the cream. And then the outline of the cats and the eyes, I couldn't get a grey in that 4-ply, so I got the King Cole Big Value and colour graphite. And Glenn came up with a great idea, actually. He said on one of the cats, either on the front or on the back, he said, are you gonna do one little pink nose? And I went, yes, I am now. Somewhere on there's going to be one little pink nose. So I have actually started. It's only a little start, but I've started. And oh, let's put these back in my basket. Now this cardigan is done in the round and steeked. I have never ever done an in the round steeked cardigan in crochet before. Obviously I've been knitting, and I've never done a top down cardigan before in crochet, and I will say I am enjoying it. Now there is the reason why the lovely designer has chosen to do this in the round makes perfect sense to me. As when you're doing the colour work, everything is laying on top of one another, not going back and forth, so your stitches are not moving around. So it is literally going round and round and round. So all that colour work when you get to it, and all the stitches in the yoke before that, is actually laying on top of one another. So to me it makes perfect sense. I think that this pattern is actually been written out and designed absolutely brilliantly. It really has. And also there is all videos of it, of all the different techniques on YouTube, on her YouTube channel. So you know what I mean, yet again another designer that's thought of everything. And I just think, you know, the work that goes into these I think is brilliant. And also I have a piece of Katie Green's ribbon with all the little woodland animals. So that is going to be the inside of the cardigan. So I've only done a little bit, but I have actually started. I've got the, because this part, the rib was done separate in rows, and then you picked up and went, and then you did here at the back, you did your short rows, as they would call them in knitting. And now I'm on my increases before I get to the colour work. I'm really enjoying it. I really am. It's a little hard on the hands. I can't do it all the time because getting in them stitches, because if you notice, it's not just a normal single or double crochet. It's made to, they stand above, on top of one another, so the colour work sits nicely. So yeah, but the actual rib down the front and the cuff I am going to be doing in the teal as well, and the rib at the bottom. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I'm glad I've finally got it on the hook. I personally don't think it's going to make any difference being done in acrylic, but we will find out when it's finished, won't we? So, and because I chose to do acrylic, I have been able to do it. You know what I mean? That's the difference, isn't it? That is the difference. I have put on a piece of colour work onto the cowl that I'm making my mother-in-law for a Christmas present, but hang on a minute. Oh, that's better. But it wasn't much worth showing, to be honest. So, but I have done a little bit on that. Right then, okay. So that's all the crafting. So there's a lot of there, isn't there? That was a pout and a half. I can never get it like they do. Like that, you know. Anyway, right. So, what else have we got to do today? So I'm going to put my sheep on my bed. I'm going to clean sheep my bed and move the lad. He's not going to be happy with his mama. Yesterday, oh my gosh. Even Glenn said, what on earth has got into that boy? He was in the grumpiest mood. He has so bad mood swings. One minute he's, you know, for days, he's as jolly as everything. And then all of a sudden he'll get up and and I mean literally on the wrong side of the bed. He really, really does. And he is just so grumpy. He looks miserable. He's got a screwed up face. And you look at him wrong and he's it's terrible. He really is. So I said, we've learned to leave him, to get on with it. And then like this morning, he's woke up fine. It's really weird. He really do have bad mood swings, is that boy? So I don't know what that was about yesterday. I really, really don't. Oh my gosh. Right, what have we got doing this week? I don't think there's a lot happening. Obviously, I'm going to be up here from tomorrow onwards working because I've taken Friday, Saturday, Sunday and today off of sewing. I don't think there's anything really going on, to be honest. Oh, a bit miserable, isn't it? Oh, dear me. Yeah. So the sun is shining at the moment, but it's supposed to have rain coming in, so I'll probably go out for a walk in a bit. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Get some fresh air. Right then, okay. Just before I go, on Thursday last week, I had a shop update. So I thought I would show you what went in the shop. Now, I did buy some more and restock because this sold out pretty quickly. And you know, I don't often do this. The Highland Cow yarn cozies, honestly, they're brilliant. I just love this print. So there's 3 of the 2-in-1s in the shop. And there's 2 pairs of the 50 grams. So yep, back in stock is the Highland Cow. Now I must admit, I think that has completely gone. So when they go, they go. Now I did say not last Friday but the Friday before, pop into a new to me, which is in the city up the road, fabric shop. Oh my gosh, they were so nice. Small, but my word, it has got a punch. They've just gone into patchwork and quilting, which is brilliant. So they've got your waddings. Oh, honestly, they're friendly, so friendly. The unfortunately the boss lady wasn't there, but there was a lady that was working, and she was lovely. And I did say that not now, but the next time, would it be okay when I come up if I do some recording? And she said she's going to ask the boss, and yeah, and then, you know, next time I go up, I will see if I can do it or not. So I left all my details with her, and yeah, honestly, I can't wait. Actually, that would be really nice. And I know that my dear friend Pat uses them, and I tell you what, Pat, they said hi actually, because I did mention you and they did say hi. And yeah, so it's just so friendly. It was just so friendly. And you know, I mean, it makes a difference, doesn't it? You know, when you go into a lovely shop with full of all, it's just fabric, there's no yarn or nothing, it's just fabrics. And honestly, it's just the friendliness. It was the hello when you walked in. If you need any help, please, you know, don't hesitate to. It was just so nice. It really was. And I got this fabric, and I got another piece, but I got another 2 pieces, but one is for autumn. I got another piece which I'm hoping to get made up this week, but I did make up from the first one. Which, look at these, and look at the little lamb. So there is the sock size, the basic sock size I have. There's 2 of those. These have got wadding in. All these have got wadding in, apart from one actually. And then this is the medium size, all with box bottoms, pockets inside, these ones. There's 2 of those. And then there's one of these, which is the barrel, the duffel style bag. I was tempted, but I thought, no, I can't enough now. So, yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. So I did. There's one of these, just the one of those in the shop. And there is, because these are sold as singles, there's 2 DPN cozies, all with wadding inside. So, yes, we do have. Let's get this. Quite a shop update. So all this lot is all sitting in my Etsy shop, which is Little Workroom Crafts. As I said a couple of weeks ago, just go into Google or whatever search engine you use and do just put in all one word, Little Workroom Crafts, and all my platforms come up. Everything will come up, but my Etsy shop should be, and what is on mine is at the top. But yeah, all them are in there. They are, they were such a pleasure to make. They really were. So much fun. And it's nice, spring and bright colours, isn't they? Absolutely lovely. Right then, I think I better love you and leave you, because it's nearly 45 minutes. And I'm not like that, really, am I? So I've got to do my dresser. Now, I don't know whether to do the dresser today or tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, it's got to be done anyway. You know, it's got to be redressed. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to get this video up. If I do it, I'll record it, and I think I'll put up a little extra. We have What Have You Been Up To Wednesday this week. We have quite a few again, which is absolutely amazing. So yep, keep up the good work there. So yeah, so I am gonna love you and leave you all. So from little Elmo and me, my little toy Elmo. We will be back on Wednesday, so please take care, stay safe, and as always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Bye.